And welcome to episode number 5 of NerdFlow. This is a podcast all about nerd and geek stuff, talking about video games, anime, and comic books. What's up, y'all?
Yo,
what's up?
Man.
I going on?
Haven't seen Logan, but yeah, what about that Logan?
About that Logan.
Shoot.
I think Logan really cut a lot of people off guard. I think they knew it would be good because most of all the I would say most of the Marvel stuff with revolving around Wolverine been pretty decent, but I think this one, how good it really is with involving a little girl character, kind of caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, true that.
I'll be pretty cool, and I'll definitely check it out pretty soon.
Yeah, me too. I'll be doing that for my birthday, probably. More like that with Power Rangers, probably on the same day.
Ain't gonna lie, probably see Power Rangers too. Power Rangers probably gonna be another sleeper.
I saw it. It was really good. Like the action sequences were good and more gory than usual. You know how X-Men, the whole movie actually.
Yeah.
It was way more gory than the average X-Men movie. So they kind of took a play from Deadpool with this one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. Deadpool was amazing.
All right, y'all. Before we get into things of the sorts, first off, I want to make sure you guys go and check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/nerdflow. This is an easy way to support the podcast and gain access to like giveaways, bonus episodes, like Spitting Game and Anime Rundown. And then in addition to that, you can also get early access to the episodes before they hit iTunes and Spreaker. In addition to that, if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask the NerdFlow team, you can send an email over to nerdflowpodcast@gmail.com. So let's get it cracking. I'll get into some quick news real quick before we jump into the normal topics. Let's talk about some March releases, man. As far as like, it's got a lot of big things going on in video games this month. Of course, movies, of course, and some TV shows that are coming to Netflix, of course. Let's see, for video games, man, we got, March 7th, which is tomorrow. We got Lego Worlds is coming out tomorrow, which is basically Minecraft, but with Legos. So, for those who like...
pretty dope, and I'm probably...
Yeah, I figured you would, because you know you and your son is into the Lego game, so...
Exactly.
Then we got Nier Automata. I was playing the demo before we started to record. It's pretty good, and it's got some good ratings so far. It got like got a lot of 9s going around a lot of places that I saw today. But very, very good game. It's like a post-apocalyptic type of game with machines, and you have like a drone that floats around you, and you have swords, and then there's another guy with you that gets that kind of like rides in a mech as well as your partner too. But overall, from what I played, just a little bit I played before I got on, it wasn't even on my radar, but when I played the demo just now, I think I'm gonna pick that up. Let's see what else we got for March. Then also tomorrow you got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. I kind of gave my brief opinion on that when I played the beta. I didn't like it too much. Some people liked it. It's kind of like all over the place as far as the opinion about it.
Your friends is because I decided to give it a try, and by yourself and playing online is not what I would expect from Tom Clancy and Ghost Recon. Primarily because the Division is probably so good, but if you play it typically like with people you know, or like online in like groups or whatever, then it's just decent, I would say. It's actually fun, but that's the case with all games, though. You play with everybody or play with people you know is always fun.
Yeah, that's true. True that. Especially with the Division. The Division is actually about to round out Wednesday. It'll be a whole year since that game has been out. It's drastically improved. I know I got it like day one. I dropped off when it just lulled a little bit, and then when they came up with the updates and stuff like that, it got so much better. And then they had the last new update for the last expansion for year 1 came out last week. So it's a whole completely different game. I'm really into it now more than I was in the beginning. So then we got March 21st. We got Mass Effect Andromeda, which of course everybody's going to be on that.
Oh wow!
On March. And then March 28th, we got Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 remix. So just to give y'all, because I know we talked like two episodes ago, it's the Kingdom Hearts series has got very confusing with all these 0.5s and the remixes and the HD remixes. So basically what this is, just to clarify for those who may be confused or is as confused as I am or as we are, it's the 15th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. It's a collection of 6 remastered titles for PS4. So it's not just one game, it's 6 games in one. So, and then we also got, also coming out on March 28th is MLB The Show 17. So.
Yeah,
let's see. As far as movies, let's see. We already mentioned, of course, everybody knows Logan is out. Then we got Iron Fist next Friday on Netflix. That's coming out. I'll be binge watching that all weekend. Trying to see anything else on the home front. Yeah, okay. We got Power Rangers comes out on the 24th, and I want to say that's it. As far as anything that's new that's coming out as far as movies or just comic book related. Some other quick news. We got Outlast 2, for those who love that title, actually has a release date for April 25th. For those who use PlayStation Vue for their cable, which I'm one of those people, they just added a Multiview feature to the service. So you can not only watch one thing at a time, you can watch 3 things at one time. So that's a good feature that I'm going to be taking advantage of. And then Horizon Zero Dawn came out on last Tuesday, and it was from the executives from Sony. They said this game has had the best debut of any game in Sony's history.
Amazing.
Wow.
So, and I'd definitely be picking that up. That's without a doubt. So, definitely got to get my hands on that. Let's see. This week, we're going to jump into, let's jump into comics real quick. As far as what's going down in comic books and superhero stuff. They announced last week, they casted for Inhumans, which was a movie at some point, and then it double backed and became, they pulled the release date for it, and then it became something else. But I finally got some clarification on what it really is. So this is going to be very different from how Marvel has done any of their like property in general when it comes to their TV shows and movies altogether. So Inhumans will have, it's gonna be a TV series altogether, but they're gonna debut it in IMAX. I think on like sometime in September, and then from there they're going to. It's gonna be like, I think there's maybe a minimum of 2 episodes they're gonna show, full episodes they're gonna show, and then after that, a couple weeks later, then the show will debut. And they'll be going from the show format from that point going forward. So, so anybody hyped about Inhumans in it at all?
Not as much as I was hyped about The Punisher.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, I don't know.
Per se, yeah.
I think they're just riding this train because the other ones have been so successful. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I have to see the first episode, I guess.
Yeah, probably. We'd probably be more excited if we see like which route they're going with it.
Right.
Make an assessment based upon that, but I think it's too early to tell right now.
Yeah, a lot of people are. I mean, because it's not really a Marvel property that everybody's familiar with, like Spider-Man, Captain America, stuff like that. Inhumans is something that's never really been touched on too much, as far as, unless you're just a comic book. I mean, unless you're a diehard comic book head. So it's it'll be something that probably it'll end up growing on people, and people want to learn more and know more about the Inhumans world. I know the rumor in the beginning was to how to introduce them, it was going to be through Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't really say if that's the case this season because I've completely missed this entire entire season this year. I got to catch up once it ends.
This season was mostly Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's the only part I caught was the very beginning because I wanted to see that part.
Right.
But the only character I'm familiar with in Inhumans is Black Bolt and Medusa because I watched Spider-Man Unlimited. So and there's some other characters, but I don't really know a whole lot about that. I think the one I know the most about is Black Bolt. That I know the most about. So we will see. As far as we kind of slowly jumped into our opinions on Logan. I know Tink, you went to go see it.
Yeah.
So would you So, out of 10, what would you give it?
I give it a solid, maybe 7.5 to an 8.
Okay. There we go. Somebody has some honest opinion. There we go.
Okay.
So everybody says, oh man, it's just the best movie ever. I'm like, nah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because it's a lot of like gaps. Like, I can't even, I don't want to give it away.
Okay, we won't get no spoilers. I know some of us have
right. I'm sorry.
And stuff, so.
I know. It's just, I give it a solid 7.5 to an 8 because of the scenes. They actually gave like that gory, like rage of what Wolverine is capable of. Like he had his claws going through people's skulls, and you can see the skulls and like hear it, and it's like, oh, okay, I see. You got that cue from Deadpool. Okay. And it gave the X-23, like it gave a little origin of how she became the way she became, but it's still not directly from the comics. Mm-hmm. They took, like they always do, takes bits and pieces and put together their own story take of it. But overall, it was action-packed all the way through. It's a good way for Hugh to go out. And he said he wasn't doing any more Wolverine. So, I mean, it's a good way for him to go out. So, that's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah.
Now, here's a big question, because you already know everybody's going to have this high expectation of, because if they ever decide they want to recast for the Wolverine character, it's gonna be a big deal of who plays it, and they're going to be very critical of whoever plays it. Now, here's my take on it, and you guys can give y'all take on it as well. Now, what I think should be how they should go with it, I think they shouldn't even recast for a Wolverine role. I think they should pick an older female to play X-23, and she's a new Wolverine going forward, and just leave it at that. I think that should be the best route they should go. I do also think that Fox should consider doing the Spider-Man thing and inject Hugh Jackman and give him his wish of becoming an Avenger and put him in Infinity War, either somewhere in between, either the second one or the first one, and put him in there. And just do that with the property, because he said that's the only way he would consider coming back is to be an Avenger. So I would at least give that license over, the Wolverine license, give that license over back to Marvel so they can use him in the MCU.
Okay. Yeah.
He would pretty much have to be in Infinity Wars Part 2.
Yeah,
right.
Because, they already filmed one already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say at some point they would. That's how I think they should handle the whole Wolverine thing. Don't recast for another guy because it's just not going to be received well at all. And just roll with X-23. Either, depending on how old that girl is in that movie, you can still use her for like flashback scenes. But I would cast the older female to play X-23 and be done with it. And she's a new Wolverine going forward. All right. Then we got Iron Fist. Iron Fist comes out next week. I know me and Tink said the same thing for we watch Arrow. So Iron Fist has the trailer gives Iron Fist a very Arrow-esque feel to it, from rich guy, parents that own a company, went missing for a certain amount of time, came back to reclaim his company, and now he knows like all these fighting styles and guy knows how to use a bow and arrow, knows how to fight with
So
it.
when they were writing comic books back in the 50s and stuff, they only had one premise. They only had three premises. Either you're a mutant, you're a rich guy with means, or you got bit by something radioactive. That's the only thing they can come up with.
That's like the formula for the superhero. This is the everlasting formula.
Walking through they become a superhero, or I don't know. I think that would actually take a new superhero or somebody come up with something that hasn't been done, or a superhero, I don't know, that was formed in a way that is not the norm.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, well, shoot, Hancock was kind of that, but that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole little different.
No, what? Like when I'd see like Hancock is the one that takes the cakes for the asshole superhero.
Yeah,
and he like I tried comparing Hancock to Deadpool as far as who's the bigger asshole, and Hancock won.
I'm gonna go Deadpool on that one.
Well, Deadpool got a bigger. He has more to go off of because we only saw Hancock for a movie.
I think they did didn't they do a comic for Hancock at one point when the movie came out, like afterwards or something like that?
I'm not sure of that.
I remember seeing one. I don't know who came up with the comic, if it was a DC property or a Marvel property or just somebody else that's off of another not well known comic book company. I mean, you either one or the other, honestly. But let's see. I want to look this up real quick. See what this actually. It was a Marvel. It's Marvel. Okay. So I guess you can consider him in the Marvel universe. But the character was created after the comic book was created after the movie because the character in the comic book looks too much like Will Smith, so it was definitely created afterwards. So
yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got here. We got anybody got anything for comics that may not be on the agenda before I can switch over to video games?
Nah, not me.
No.
All right. Let's see what we got. All right. In video games, let's start with Zelda, man. We touched on Zelda last week as far as with the great masterpiece and 10 out of 10s and all this good stuff that it got on last week when the can't even name the system now. The Switch launched. So it has got a lot of great reviews. Some have said some of the best Zelda in a very, very long time that's came from it. And I don't know, would we consider Zelda a console seller for the Switch? Like, where's the thing where it's just...
I mean, from what I'm saying, it's the only reason, honestly, if they didn't have Zelda, no one would buy it. Because what else would everyone playing right now? And I'll get through with you, too. I mean, I'm a diehard Zelda. I'll damn near believe in Zelda. But the only thing, because I've actually played a good amount of it, and the pet peeve I have is across the board, and I'll be honest with you, they probably patch or something for it, is your weapon stamina. Like once your weapon breaks, that's it. Like you don't use it no more in the game. You can't get it no more in the game. So when you go to those certain temples, like those legendary weapons, they all have like a certain break point. And normally, honestly, once you fight one or two bosses, those weapons break and then they're gone. So I know a lot of people are having issues with that, which I agree. I mean, it's annoying. It really is annoying because I fought like one enemy and then my sword was gone, so I had to go get another one. So it's, I don't know, that's probably the most annoying part. So I would give Zelda a 9, because I feel like everything else, it was perfect, but the game itself isn't perfect. You get a 10. I feel like a game that gets a 10 is absolutely perfect, and Zelda's not perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about that whole weapon break thing. I was kind of like outraged on that one. I'm thinking it meant like it's I didn't know if I didn't know it was your primary weapon that like broke. That's almost kind of like playing a first person shooter, and that gun has special bullets, and it doesn't. Can't find any more bullets in the game, so you just gotta get rid of the gun.
Exactly, and then at that point, you can't use that gun more until you find it. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing. So it's really annoying because the fact of like you find they're really good weapons, especially when you go to those temples. Like I feel like what they should do, have it to where once you go to those temples and you earn those weapons, those should be the only ones that I feel like maybe don't break. I guess if they want to add some realism to it,
right? And
the ones you find and forge and build, those are crazy. I can understand those having lifespan. That's the case across the board on Skyrim and all other RPG games.
Right.
The only difference is repair them.
Correct. Yeah. Definitely agree with that. But yeah, across the board, so far so good with Zelda, and I haven't heard anything else. I mean, all the other games have been getting kind of like subpar reviews on them. I know overall consensus so far pretty good. I mean, everybody is really taking advantage of the portability of the Switch and everything like that. I know me and Young was in a GameStop this weekend, looking at some things. And like all the accessories and stuff they have for the Switch are like they have some really cool accessories, especially like we saw like what I can't even think of.
The Zelda headphones and cases and stickers for the console and
the
stuff
controllers,
like that.
Yeah.
What I don't like about the Switch is, those joysticks, like you have to buy them separately. With those two little joysticks, like if you wanted to go buy two of them, that's gonna be $80 because that's gonna be $100 because they're $49.99 a piece. And like why would I go buy just one of them? You know what I'm saying?
Then you need the middle piece to actually charge it as well. There's other.
Yeah, so they selling.
So this is not new for Nintendo to do. They did the same thing with the Wii. Like they made all their money on accessories. Like people bought the crap out of those motion controllers, and then when they came out the Motion Plus 2, people bought those controllers even more. So Nintendo makes their money on accessories. So that's a main reason why they did it on purpose, which is just a smart way of doing business. So.
Yeah, the whole personalization piece is yeah. But a lot of video game companies, true enough though, a lot of video game companies do make their money off accessories and stuff like that. They don't really recoup a lot from
the actual game.
Yeah, from video games. They only get like a small piece of that because most of that stuff goes back to the developer for the most part. So.
Yeah, their job. They paid like for example like Sony, Microsoft. They paid them a certain portion to allow them to have the game in the system. Other than that, they don't think it goes off of it. Even like the patches, all that goes to developers. That's why every company now and every huge game company they do these patches because they make a
Yeah.
They make a lot of them, and Sony they only get a certain portion. So all the developers. So in my opinion, and all of us that have been playing games over decades and years, if you notice. And I guess being a diehard gamer, I guess it kind of hurts too because I feel like they kind of taking advantage of gamers. The fact of most of the games that come out, they're not complete, so they purposely I feel like release complete games, and so they can release patches later and add-ons later to release a game. In my opinion, that should have been that way from the jump. So if you think about it, we shouldn't have patches. The stuff that they're adding on should just be given to us free. If we're paying already for $7 for the game, so it's like we're basically paying for a game that's going to have more add-ons for the most part.
Yeah, and then you already pay $65 for a game, and then they come out with the $39.99 DLC.
You're paying $100 game basically.
Yeah, and then they don't come out with just one DLC like Call of Duty is notorious for it.
They come out patch like every week.
Yeah.
So you're right. So gamers we get, and I feel like not enough attention has been paid to it. And me as a gamer, I don't want to, I guess, put too much attention on it because like I feel like it hurt the gaming community a little bit. I like it because it does gaming itself a lot of money. So because I don't know, I feel like because I will be at E3 and I will talk to a few developers, but like how you guys feel about there are these group communities of gamers who do feel like everyone's on board and have this coalition of developers that are just releasing games that are incomplete and say, hey, we'll just release a version of this game and later on we'll add about 4 or 5 patches or $30 each. And we'll just make more money off it and we'll have the complete game.
Yeah, that's how a lot of them have been funding they've been funding like future projects and stuff like that. And
it's giving a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Now the price on gaming though, like we got to remember though, and I know a lot of us kind of forget because during that time when we were younger, we didn't really buy games and look at the price of games. We just told our parents that, hey, we want that. Because if you think about it, Nintendo 64 games, there was some $80 Nintendo 64 games out there.
It was $80. I bought it.
Yeah.
CD.
So they're a little bit cheaper now, but as far as like
they are cheaper.
Yeah, but the collective cost if you want to invest into DLC now, I will say this though.
Finished though.
Yeah, the patch part I do agree with them, adding things or not patching something or a feature or just glitch that, they fix it once it launches.
What they do now is they're like, okay, we'll just add it later. Okay, we'll just add it later. We'll just add it later. I feel like all those companies that get into that habit now of, hey, we'll just add it later mindset.
I feel like season passes are freaking too dang on expensive, man. I'm like, I look at some, they're like $40. I remember like back when season passes were the thing, they were like $20.
Well, yeah, $20 pass. I think is beyond fair because now, okay, guess what? $20 and now I'm getting additional content. I'm getting free content at that point because I do a lot of free stuff. Worth it. So now I feel like I'm buying the rest of my game. Like 4 months from now, like Battlefield 1 has some really good expansion, a really good expansion coming out actually. But it's like, okay, you're adding another army and stuff like this. So it's like, okay, why can I just not be either free or been included in the game from the beginning? So they do it one to save time and make more money.
Yeah. Other thing they're adding to game, I was going to talk about this on Speaking Game, is I'm starting to see a lot of the microtransactions getting put in the games, like a whole lot. The Division just added microtransactions, and I'm like, I know it's cosmetic, I get it. It's just it doesn't affect the game as a whole, but it does. Some people are very into customizing their character with different colors and just making it.
So game is like really banking from that is Roblox.
Oh,
the game is like, I know that because my son, and I'm looking like, why do you pay for? You got to pay for a shirt. You got to pay for the jump high. It's like, what the hell?
Street Fighter's same.
My 8-year-old is all over Roblox. Oh my goodness!
Roblox is really cool. I really be honest with you. So it's like the developers are saving an insane amount of money because the graphics aren't all that, but it's just like there's so many different mini games that keeps kids like enthralled, and there's all a microtransaction on there, and their parents will spend a lot of money. I'd be honest, I'll spend probably $100 on damn Roblox. So I think that is a smart concept, but do it in a way to where it's geared towards everyone, and Roblox is definitely geared towards everyone.
But like Little Big Planet was somewhat on that same level too.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. They had oh my God, it was like name any freaking cartoon or anything you can think of that makes Sackboy look like it, sell it.
And it was awesome at first. I have to admit, I fell for the trap. I got all 3 like games and was into it at one point. And then I don't know, I guess it got old. Other games came out. So.
Yeah, Little Big Planet was basically PlayStation's Mario Maker, pretty much for the most part.
Right.
That's primarily all it was. Sackboy was, they wanted to be their Mario for the most part.
They got more support. Little Big Planet was bigger than what it was. It's still big, but it was
right.
It was.
Hey, y'all know a game I was playing the other day on my emulator? Vector Man. Y'all remember Vector Man?
Yes, I remember Vector Man. Man. On Sega.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was playing Pro Rapper the Rapper the other day because
wow.
Because PlayStation Now had it, and PlayStation Now actually has gotten to where it's really cool. So actually, I pay for that every month now. My son loves it because he can go in there and pick any game he wants and play.
Okay, so that's
For Rapper the Rapper, I pretty much did it like you would do a bad sounding CD. I lifted my room window up. Like after about 2 days of playing it, I lifted my room window up and just threw the disc out the window. Like,
rapping pretty dope though. The first DJ Hero.
Yeah, that's true.
DJ Hero. I was on DJ Hero. DJ Hero was pretty cool too. Speaking of,
now that you mentioned PlayStation Now, this is a good segue for this Xbox Game Pass, man. So Xbox last week announced that they're going to be doing basically their own version of Netflix, but for video games. You'll basically be able to, the games will change out monthly, just like Netflix. And then in addition to that, it's going to be $9.99 a month. So, in effect of this, GameStop stock just like plummeted the following day, due to this. I mentioned this on Spitting Game, last week's episode about how this is just, it's going to be the nail in the coffin for them, especially, and this is the other thing that's going to really be a game changer at E3. Sony has to counter to this Game Pass thing that Xbox has. And I got a feeling that because Sony is already for PlayStation Now, they've already removed some of the devices like TVs and the PS3 from its actual, as far as devices that it's compatible with, I think starting April 1st. So it's only the PS4 and PC. So with that being said, I got a feeling that E3 they're gonna drop the price on that service to $9.99 a month to compete with Xbox Game Pass. They have to, and also make it where you can actually save the games, not only just stream them, but you have the choice to stream them, but you can also download them to your PS4. To your PS4. I think that's going to be the two things they may add at E3.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a lot of surprises at E3, a lot of shockers, especially because, Xbox got the new system coming out. And then, so I think this is probably going to be the most exciting E3 they've done in a while, especially because now it's going to be open to the public. So I think it's going to be huge. So
yeah.
And actually, what developers and all those guys know that it's going to be a bigger audience because it's open to the public. Mm-hmm. They're going to come with a lot of surprises.
Yeah, with E3, I know they were showing off the as far as like the space itself, or they had like the floor map, and Sony and Nintendo they have a gigantic area between the two. Xbox,
Nintendo E3 this year,
huh?
So watch out for Nintendo this year.
Yeah, I know, because they haven't. And that's the other thing about with Nintendo. I really do hope that they actually take the stage this year and not do it like in the digital form like they've done in the past, because it's almost kind of like, we're ashamed of our Wii U, so we're just going to send you guys this video to show what we're doing, but we're really not trying to compete with everybody else because we think we're different, but we're really not. So... So I really hope they come with a new spokesperson that can just kind of just relate and exude that excitement for the Switch, and then kind of just announce a lot of games that are not Mario, that are not another inception of Zelda and Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. We already know you're gonna come and bring us and give us that. We need new stuff. So.
I think that's what people are tired of. They're trying the same repetition from Nintendo. Like they came out the Wii, all right, cool. We got a nice Smash Brothers, we got a nice Mario Kart, we got a nice Zelda. All right, cool. The Wii U came out, we got a nice Zelda, we got a nice Smash Kart, and so it's like the same thing. So it's not like, all right, cool. We know you guys are gonna do that. So now, but what more now? And honestly, if you look at all the people who were on the fence about the Switch and were reading about it, which I'm one of them too, is all right. Other than Zelda and all your main things, like what else are you guys giving us?
Mm-hmm. That's the big thing with them, is like they gotta come with the third party support to really show that they have people backing them, and it's not just them putting out games. And then on top of that, they gotta come out with at least 2 or 3 new IPs just to show that, okay, yes, we are vested, we are making new games that you've never seen before, that are geared toward a mature audience. We understand you're gonna get the kids. The kids are gonna always flock to the portable and to the 3DS. That's a given. Mario, it's always been relatable to the younger generation. So you already have them. They all their characters look like cartoons. So parents are gonna want to have their kids play that because it looks relatable to a younger crowd. So they have that crowd already. Their problem is that they need to get back. Yeah, they need to get back the game. The gamers like us that are 30-somethings, but we want to play Nintendo because that's the first console we ever touched and played, but we also want to play something that's of our age group on there as well. So
the problem I see the Nintendo running into, especially with the Switch, is the size of the cartridge. Unless they go out and they prioritize making an SD card that can hold more than what it's supporting right now.
Yeah.
They're not going to get any third-party games because with PlayStation being on disc, with Xbox being on disc, and PC is on disc, other companies aren't going to want to dumb their games down to fit them onto an SD card.
Yeah, it depends on what the capacity of SD card, because I mean, if we talk back to, let's say, the inception of when the Vita came out, I would see that being a very, very big problem. But I mean, now they have SD cards that are up to like 512 gigabyte now, and back in the day, man, that was a portable hard drive or a desktop hard drive you had to carry around, and now you can just freaking put it in your pocket. So I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue for them. The Vita is pretty much same media that they're using. And it hasn't been too much of a big deal for them. It's just been, again, like the Vita has the same problem. With AAA games, they've kind of, the PS Vita has kind of become the indie console pretty much for like nothing but indie games. It doesn't really have, it kind of gave us Uncharted, gave us Killzone, gave us couple more other somewhat AAA titles and stuff like that, but after that it just became the indie portable console at that point. But I think that if I know that the Switch has been tested up to 512 as far as 512 gigabyte for the system. The actual card does not exist yet, so that means it will be something that'll eventually they'll start coming out with, the makers who make SD cards and stuff like that. Kingston, SanDisk, people like that. But I know right now, the highest right now you can probably get your hands on would be a 256. So, and it also depends on how big the games are as well. I'm not sure the size on a Switch game at this point. I think I've came across an article, but I know when I looked at it, I think they're not your typical Xbox, PS4 size type games. I can tell you that much.
And then when you think about it, graphics take up a lot of the space along with the content. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the only way I could see them capitalizing on this, or what they'll try to do into a larger size card come out, they gonna resort to what we was just talking about. They're gonna come out with a bunch of DLCs because your game's gonna be incomplete. And then with those DLCs, you're gonna have to have you're gonna have to go buy your own SD card in order to save on it.
Yeah, very much true. And I know you can't even. There's some other limitations too with the whole SD card thing. You can't even. I know they were saying some things over the weekend about as far as transferring games from one Switch to another Switch. I guess from those who are fortunate enough to buy two of them. So.
But it just came out. That's why I usually buy Generation 2 consoles. I want to see, them work out all the bugs first before I purchase it, because I don't want to be pissed off, when they come out with this Generation 2 and then my shit's still messing up.
Well, that too, and the fact that the person about Switch gonna be around the holidays. More likely to have a Mario button, of course.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey should be out by the holidays. Yeah, that's definitely
when that comes out. So it's going to be a better bundle. Definitely more games.
Right.
There's actually quite a few games they haven't announced. I know E3 going to be some shockers. So I think holiday is going to be the perfect time for Nintendo, and I think that's why I think most of the people going to buy one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely the bundle deal is definitely going to be the thing for them. All right. Destiny just announced. I'm a Destiny player. Not everybody else here on the podcast is, but Age of Triumph update coming out at the end of this month. They'll be doing a couple of Twitch streams to debut the last update for Destiny 1 content before they would come out with Destiny 2 later on this year. Kind of some speculations is that they want to bring back they're going to bring back as far as some of the older raids that they had from Destiny Year 1, which is like 4 raids that they have right now. So that's going to be really the big thing, and that's going to hopefully last me through the summer till Destiny 2 comes out. So I'll definitely be on that when it comes out on the 28th. And then they talked about some other things about how certain things from your character will not carry over to Destiny 2, which I'm kind of cool with, as far as because you have a vault where you keep all your weapons and your different armor and all that stuff, and my shit's kind of full, so I'm kind of fine with that. I don't want to take all that stuff over to a new game, so I'm kind of fine with that. So, Young Nioh, what you got, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You was getting your butt kicked.
Hard as hell. Like, for real though, man. Like the controlling your stamina. That's what gets your butt kicked. And like when you're fighting demons, they have this aura around them that sucks all your stamina. Mm-hmm. And then to fight these big demons, you got to use heavy weapons, and that, like, if you swing an axe 2 times, then your stamina is gone. So like that demon I was fighting while I was streaming, I finally beat him, but it took me to beat him. It took all of about 10 minutes to beat him, because you had to be real patient. It's not like how you go in and you just, knock something across his head a couple of times and there you go.
You'll be trying to never make cry.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to do. But it's controlling. But it's a cool game though, because once I beat the demon, I moved on through the map, and I kind of find out that you're gonna learn ninja skills, you're gonna learn samurai skills, you're gonna learn the jitsus. So basically, it's a samurai version to me. From what I'm seeing so far, it's a samurai version. It's like they combine a samurai. It's like they combine Ninja Gaiden with Naruto with Walking Dead.
Oh, wow.
And don't forget, and then it's very Bloodborne type too, as well. It's like Bloodborne. A whole lot.
So
what would you give it, though?
But you had, right now I'm giving it about an 8.
Okay. Yeah, everybody been saying that's a must pick up.
Yeah, man. It's, oh boy. But I've come to find out that I am a sniper with a bow and arrow and a flintlock shotgun. Oh, there's guns too?
Yeah,
you got a flintlock shotgun and you got a bow and arrow. Like with the flintlock shotgun, if you aim for the head, it's over with the humans. Now you shoot a demon with a flintlock, you might as well just rush it and start cutting. But with the humans, you shoot them in the head, it's a wrap. Like their whole head just fly off.
Okay.
So, but it's still so much more I gotta learn about the game, because as you learn more as the game progresses. So you have to go and unlock skills. The more you go, you unlock skills to learn your ninjutsus, your jutsus, and your magic and all that stuff. So, but like the crazy thing about it, you're in Japan, but you're an Englishman from London. That's all of a sudden you get to Japan and you know how to use the katana, you know how to use a bow, you know how to use the staff, you know how to use all these ninja moves and stuff.
So basically, you're Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai.
I can't even insult that man like that. I can't even do that. I ain't gonna even do that to William. That's the character's name, William. I ain't gonna even do that to him.
It will have a simple American name, William.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? And then the thing is, I would be happier if he could jump and flip and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, because he'll be more like you from Ninja Gaiden. Mm-hmm. You know, if he could flip and do stuff like that. As far as the sword play, it's like Ninja Gaiden, like with the different weapons and stuff. But like, dude is very limited. He can't do no wall running, no flipping over nobody. Only thing, like he just, you gonna roll and block.
Man, so in that sense, then you actually probably may really like. You may want to try to download Nier Automata and test that out. You may like it because she's very. It's a female main character, but I think you probably may like this. Since you say you as far as being so limited on jumping and stuff like that. Oh, she does a whole lot of that in Nier.
I'm sorry, man. Like right now, I'm focused on this Nioh game. So now, like trying anything else, it's gonna be a waste of time.
No, I know, man. I ain't say go buy the game. I say go try the demo.
No, I'm saying I can't even try the demo right now. Like my game is on pause right now. I paused it so I could come and do the podcast. So when I finish, I can go finish doing what I was doing.
Boy, you are like the freaking, you are like you in Nintendo days. It's like, man, I gotta pause it. Do not cut my game system off. I'm gonna cut the TV off, and when I come back, I'm gonna unpause it and I'm gonna finish playing.
Man, my mom used to make me mad going there. I got the TV turned off, the game paused, especially on my Sega. Like if I had made it like to Death Egg or something on Sonic, and you weren't saving games back then. I come home like, yeah, I'm finna finally beat Robotnik. Turn the TV on, man. What the?
Cut the game off.
Mom, why you turn my game off? You don't be running up my power, leaving that game on. This game ain't even eating up your damn power. Why are you in my room, Mom? I wish I would have said that. I wouldn't have no friends.
Oh man, those were the days. No save points, people.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the only game that you could save on back in them times was Zelda.
I never, and see, the thing is, man, when I get my Switch, it'll be the first time I'm playing a Zelda. I mean, I won't say the first time. I did play the GameCube one when it came with my GameCube. But other than that, I really wasn't into, when I got my Nintendo back in the day, I wasn't into Zelda. I don't think I even knew about Zelda till like afterwards, till like maybe the Super Nintendo. I was Mario and Ninja Turtles, man.
See, and for those reasons, it's stuff like that that's gonna make me learn the Raging Demon.
Oh man! Look, here we go.
Because of silly stuff like that.
There's no person I met that hasn't played it.
Man, there was a freaking. I'm in a PS4, an Xbox One group, and they were talking about that I think on Friday. And guy put up a post like, how many of y'all have never played it? It was a lot of people. So I ain't the only one. Yeah, I'm not the only one.
I ain't even the only one, but it was rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Zelda was one of the first games I had. The first 2 games I had on Nintendo was Zelda, the Gold Tape, and Mario with Duck Hunt and Track and Field on it.
Okay, let's talk about this gold. Let's talk about this goldness that Zelda used to have. What was the point of it being gold?
Exclusive.
I mean, I don't know. It was just. I mean, for the most part, it's exclusive. I mean, that was Nintendo's signature thing anyway. Because when there was a special edition of Mario and the Nintendo logo was out. So yeah, remember the Nintendo logo is gold. So that was just them signifying that it's a signature series of a game up there. So that's the only reason why.
Yeah,
and see, they made that Zelda tape. See, the gold tape was a special edition because you could also get it in a gray cartridge.
Yeah,
but the gold tape was like it came in a special case and everything.
Yeah. And the thing about people forget about Zelda. I mean, some people forget about Zelda. People who do their history and don't have played Zelda. Like Zelda started off as as two people just basically creating their own dungeons, and they basically try to figure out each other's dungeons. That's how Zelda started off, and because it did well dungeons part, they added a story aspect to it. So it started off just people playing it as a dungeon game, and so the people love that. So like, okay, we'll add a story, and they just somehow did an amazing story too.
Yeah, because actually it was supposed to be Dungeons and Dragons. They were really working on trying to come up with a video game for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we didn't have any anime this week, unfortunately. You guys can go to Patreon, become a Patreon, and you can listen to Young on Anime Rundown as he talks about this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super. We're going to get into Ultimate Battle this week. So this week we got The Punisher versus Batman. So who would win out of these two? They both don't have any significant powers. It's basically human being versus human being, but some very, 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 very dangerous humans at that, though.
Batman.
Not The Punisher?
Batman. No.
Okay. All right.
Let's get this over with right now.
All right.
Batman
Exactly.
Batman gonna shoot him with the grappling hook.
Debate at all with that.
Like you really could have came up with a better fight than this.
Right.
But okay,
man,
but
how you put the ball, man? Batman can figure out anything, dude.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. Batman, depending on which version of Batman that you fight.
No,
if it's
stop.
Wait.
I'm not gonna even let you.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna hit you out though. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let him explain, y'all.
Okay. Yeah, Batman doesn't kill anybody. The Punisher is quick to kill anybody. Come on, dude. He even tried to kill Spider-Man. He's an anti-hero.
See, okay. Still though, I'm gonna break this down to you. Batman is an assassin that doesn't kill. He has unlimited means.
Okay, did you hear?
The Punisher got to deal with
Did you just hear what you just said? Did you just hear what you just said? You said an assassin that does not kill. Does that make any sense to you?
Exactly. He put you in a situation to where you don't come back at him. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Batman will make the Punisher kill himself.
Exactly. He'll murk himself. You know what I'm saying? So he don't have to. That's the only person that keep coming at Batman is Joker. We know how the Joker is. We ain't talk about him. So that's a different subject for a different day.
You would have did better. You would have had a better fight saying Darth Vader versus Batman.
Exactly. Yeah.
I seen that fight.
Really?
Now, that's different debate. I'm
really?
Vader on that one.
Really?
It's a little different.
Really? Vader would have won that automatically with the Force. Come on, people.
I'm just saying.
Did you see that fight? Did you watch that fight on YouTube?
He could fold Batman without.
Man, it's a computer generated fight. I'm like, no, man, the Force is no.
Yeah, I know.
He is a freaking Sith. You seriously, Batman gonna win?
Yeah, nah, it's a wrap.
Or you could have did Batman versus Iron Man.
We'll do that another time.
That's a good one because Iron Man got a lot of gadgets too.
Yeah, the rich boys fight. Yeah,
yeah, that's a good one. I don't know what.
What's the rich boys fight?
Black Panther and Batman. How about that?
Black Panther.
Yeah, something like that. All right, next week I'm coming up with the battle for next week. Next week's battle.
I got a real quick question for Checkmate because he didn't get the chance to do the first one. All right, between Goku and Superman, who will win? Checkmate.
Who what?
Goku versus Superman, who wins?
Oh, Goku.
What?
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
That's why. See, that's that trig education right there.
Seriously?
Man, that's so funny because me and Davin did go to Weddington and you two did go to Trig.
Wow.
That's why we the real Wildcats over here.
Whatever.
Dude, Superman.
Whatever.
That man.
No, he's
Goku. Come on.
No, not even.
Man.
You know, I was gonna pick. You know what I was debating between. I was gonna do One Punch Man versus the Hulk, but I said nah.
Next week episode is Ryu versus Liu Kang.
Nah.
Yeah.
That was it. That was do Shepherd versus a small German Shepherd. I don't know. We'll debate on that one. We'll figure that one out.
Oh man! All right.
I gave y'all a list of verses, so just go to the list.
Man, I couldn't find. Man, we talk so much, dude. We talk so much in the messenger. I could not. I was scrolling for days trying to find that thing. I could not find it.
I said the same thing. Oh my God! I'm just 2 days of this. Okay. I need to figure out.
It takes you about 5 minutes to catch up on what we're talking about. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, to catch up on the past 3 hours.
Let's see, man. Before we get out of here, I know we got a bunch of conventions coming up. I know that we're gonna.
Yes.
Some of us are gonna be attending. I actually did find out about another convention in Houston. There's an anime one that's coming up as well that I did not know about. That one of my friends had posted on their page. Let me see what this thing is called real quick. Then we got I know we got Comic Palooza that's coming up. Me and Young will probably definitely be at that one. That one looks pretty stacked with a lot of talent gonna be in that one. What's the other one? Oh, it's called Anime Masura. It's April 7th through April 9th. It's going to be at the Georgia Brown Convention Center. It's like a Japanese anime. And then at Fan Expo in Dallas, which that'll be where our correspondent that does like our video reviews at Fan Expo, this is going to be in Dallas. She'll actually be, Stan Lee will be there. So,
What?
Yep. So,
when is it?
It's, this one is March 31st to the 2nd. In Dallas.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so hopefully she can get us some footage of Stan Lee or maybe get in a question or two, but we'll see. So, but yeah, man, good episode 5. Just so for those of the new listeners of NerdFlow, new episodes are available every Thursday. If you'd like to get spitting game or anime rundown, just go over to patreon.com/nerdflow. Even as little as you don't have to donate to the podcast. The best thing you can do is subscribe to us, but if you choose to do so, you can donate through Patreon and you can get access to bonus shows. You can get this episode early. We're available on Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music. We're now on TuneIn Radio as well. Also, like us on Facebook as well, facebook.com/NerdFlow Podcast. We have our Twitch channel, which is NerdFlow Gaming. Young will be streaming Nioh on there until he turns blue in the face. Then we also got a NerdFlow YouTube channel as well. You can also get episodes on our YouTube channel. So every time we post new episodes, also posts on our YouTube as well. I'll be doing some Let's Plays later on this month of all of the new games that'll be coming out that I'll be picking up for my birthday or that I will be getting. So, but I think that's it, y'all. And I think we're out of here.
All right.
Hello.
All right.